hellos,
Yeah.
and we have our very, very special guest. I believe everyone knows Angel. He is an amazing ambassador for the Iberostar Resorts, beachfront resorts. We're so happy to have you here. And I know a little while ago when we met last time, you kind of touched on the new Aruba property, which
Mhm.
I find is a really great addition because I think Aruba needed something new. I mean,
Absolutely.
we love
On that level,
Aruba,
yes, absolutely.
but
So
but
yeah, now it's the time. I mean, the time has come just to be a few days away from that anticipated opening, as I was saying. So we're thrilled. We're thrilled to have this new addition to our portfolio. So it's great. It's great.
Aruba and it's called the JOIA Aruba.
JOIA Aruba by Iberostar.
That's amazing. Okay, well, so we're recording the session for you, of course. As I mentioned, we're live here on Zoom. We're live on Facebook. Hi, guys. If you have any questions, please add them to the Q&A box only, not the chat. So we're going to keep the chat for any, oohs and ahs, as I like to say. And of course, the question box, Angel and I will take at the end. So Angel is the BDM for Ontario, for Iberostar Beachfront Resorts. But as much as he's here for all of them, of course, in Canada.
Absolutely.
So Natalie in Quebec, Jason out west as well. And we know Mariella's behind the scenes always, and she's the big boss, and we love her as well. So, like I said, as much as Angel's here, I'm going to put in the links as he speaks for their supplier page and Spoiled Agent, where you can find all their contacts. But I know Angel's going to share them today too. And of course, everything about how you can actually become, a pro with them. Like you want to actually become a star agent. So don't forget that. So I'm going to add that in as well. And Mr. Angel, off to you, and thanks for everything in advance. And I'll meet you at the end of the Q&A box.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you, Susan. Guys, again, welcome everyone. Thank you for being here today. Thank you for joining us. Today, we're conducting this presentation for the upcoming JOIA Aruba by Iberostar, um, one of our new gems in our portfolio. So, as I was saying, with no further ado, we are opening 18th of December this year, just a few weeks more, and we're having this amazing, um, luxurious resort opening. So, Joya, just to put you a little on context in this, the Joya Aruba is a new luxurious property we are adding to our portfolio, and it's going to be located on Eagle Beach. It's going to uh, amp it up. It's going to change the scenery there. It's going to just level things a little bit upper with a new uh, proposal of elegance, legendary luxury associated with the joyas, and of course, our hotel group championing sustainability, premise and philosophy. So all these combined with a premium resort with contemporary island living feel. So it's going to be magnificent. Trust me, I haven't been there just yet. I'm coming in a few days myself, but I've been in so many webinars and trainings from our team on the property that on the island that we are just like, breathing and living Joya Aruba before actually comes to life. So we're just, we can wait. So let's just jump into a video that will set you into the resort vibe, and then we'll just continue further on with more explanation, elaboration on the resort features and services. Check this out. That is right. That is right. JOIA Aruba by Iberostar comes up with a high-end proposal of luxurious hospitality. It's a brand new build on Eagle Beach, opening this December 18th, 2024. So the resort has been designed with nature in mind. In other words, we have taken note of the movement of the oceans, the underwater life, and this has been the inspiration, using the principles of biomimetics, imitating that you can find on the water and in the island, on the island. So we are imitating shapes found in nature to design these spaces with a very pleasing aesthetics and comfortable and elegant, outcomes. So we are happy with the uh, merely design of the resort. Is just breathtaking. So it is also the first opening in years for Iberostar. So I would say in the last decade, we haven't had anything such enticing and anticipated as this newly built resort. So both textures, color palettes, they reflect that you can find in the coral reefs of the Aruban coasts. Therefore, we inspired ourselves. We took some from the parrotfish, um, colors just to inspire some of the interior and exterior design of the resort. These fish, for instance, Iberostar, it's connected with the oceans and the protection of the coral reefs where our communities and resorts are. So it's actually linking this philosophy, this sustainability philosophy, and the nursery we have with corals, because these fish, the parrotfish, it's that aids in the conservation of coral reefs by eating the algae that lives in these ecosystems. So it's a very nice way just to connect and link that we are so proud of and we love so much and we are so fond of uh, the ocean with the whole design uh, for this upcoming resort. Then you can find that for instance, in the textures and the scales of the building, the facade, and the textures that you can find even at some rooms. So now let's see some other, never before seen photos of this resort. We will dive into the room types, which are more than 15 types, guys. So 15 room categories are going to be available in this 240 suites luxurious resort on Eagle Beach, starting with the King Suite, Queen Suite Double, accessible Queen suites, pool view, pool double, side ocean view, the swim outs, for instance, the Master Butler King Suites. That sounds luxurious. And the Oceanfront Butler King Suite, the Oceanfront Royal Butler King Suite, and of course, the top of the tops, the Penthouse Rose Gold Host Suites. This is the entry-level suite at the JOIA Aruba by Iberostar. As you can see, it's a very contemporary approach, uh, refined, but at the same time, a very sober, very elegant, and clean cuts on the you know design of the resort rooms. So imagine this is only the entry level, so things are amped up a little bit more from this point onwards with, for instance, the sweet rose gold fauna. As you see, one of the focal points here is a representation of the underwater ecosystems found in Aruba, next to our, shores right there on Eagle Beach. So you can see the coral reefs, you can see a representation of actual live, photos from the underwater ecosystems there. So this is in my opinion, one of the nicest suites and one of the nicest categories. So this is another level of luxury, uh, but at the same time, it stays very solemn, very contemporary, without estridенces or noises. Then we have another one here is a rose gold uh, flora. Here you have some feathers from the all that we have in the island, the Choco. So this is one of the national birds from Aruba, and it comes as a perfect backdrop for this sweet category. So you have a big, ample, Choco feather, installation right there to make it even more, connected with the community your customers will be visiting for. Then, this is one of the tops, the Oceanfront Royal Butler Suite. This comes with a king size bed, perfect unobstructed views from the for the ocean, and then you have this greenery to the sides, and then you have this amazing color palette that is soothing, is pleasing, and again, just raise the bar to another level in on the island of Aruba with whatever is existing right now. So that's hence the reason Iberostar wanted just to create a luxurious new built resort that was as the must try experience on the island. So this is nothing like there's nothing like it on the island right now, and this very room is a representation of that premise. Then, of course, the resort comes with our Star Cafe, our signature coffee shop, coffee parlor, where you can have uh, bespoke, coffee drinks. You can have a snack. You can have a pleasant, early breakfast, or you can have just that chit chat with your pals while in the resort. The Star Cafe is a signature Iberostar, uh, service unit that you can only find from selection categories onwards and then upwards. Then you have either the Star Cafes at the selections and or the Joyas. So this is one of the newest Star Cafe facilities we'll be having with our product. Then nothing will be complete without a spa, right? And without the pampering and all that unwinding vibes you can get at these generous spaces. So the spa at JOIA Aruba is going to be magnificent. It's going to remind us of these Turkish, contemporary facilities where you have these amazing spaces and the access to all these indulgence. So sport facilities also will include the gym and the access to later on the golf course that we have purchased in on the island. So the only 18 holes professional golf course on the island is an Iberostar property right now. So that it's a Tierra del Sol. We purchased this property. We are just revamping it, renovating it, and refurbishing all the areas and greens just to have it ready to go by mid-January. So that is also a key corner of the resort, to put it in a way, because it will not only serve for the sports and golf enthusiasts, but also for other purposes, as in what we are trying to convey with our weddings product in Aruba. So think of memorable moments, indoor and outdoor, wedding celebrations. So those could also take place at the Tierra del Sol venues that we have already, uh, laid out and figured out in the resort, in the golf course area. So the Tierra del Sol golf course, it's going to be pretty much like less than 5-7 minute drive from our property. And then that will include there um, areas for weddings which are willing to wedding couples that are willing to celebrate their festivities there. Then, again, think of celebrations surrounded by nature, a spatial bridal suite on property, in the resort, quality fresh gastronomy, of course, synonymous with Iberostar, choice of venues and locations, just as I said, indoor and outdoor, and a highly trained wedding team. I, touche to those, chapeau, I mean, to those great wedding consultants and wedding romance members we have in our romance team, because they are ready to make those weddings happen for you. So book away. Then this is the bridal suite on in the JOIA Aruba by Iberostar. This is the area, of course, where everyone gets ready and prepared for that upcoming celebration that day. So that is one of the most spacious ones we have in our portfolio right now. Beautiful, overlooking the ocean, posh, stylish, uh, and at the same time very that this is, I would say, tranquility luxury, as you can see. Then, when it comes to eating, oh my goodness, this is also great. So our new resort offers a variety of restaurants. Uh, think of multicultural, think of succulent for all tastes, think of fresh. So think of honest food, which is also synonymous with a beer star. Think of local ingredients. Think of everything that can be found on the island, or prepared in a very special and succulent way. So 7 restaurants and bars, 2 themed restaurants open to the public, flavorsome Caribbean food, 1 buffet restaurant, an amazing, luxurious, and over the top a steakhouse that it will be the talk of the town for the great reasons. Then think of 4 bars across the resort, including a lobby, the aforementioned Star Cafe, the Sima Bar Infinity Pool, an aqua bar, and a snack bar on the terrace. Then I was mentioning the Choco all. That bird is endemic of Aruba. And then these feathers, beautiful feathers with these earthy tones and the greenery and the um, beautiful, beautiful feathers, they have served as inspiration in the color palette to decorate and inspire the restaurant's interior design. So this is one of the tones we started from, to have this amazing, amazing, design all over the resort. So the buffet experience will be impressive. There's nothing as such right now operating in Aruba. So imagine these restaurants will be also open for to the public. So those even wandering there at other properties and other resorts, they will be, trust me, drawn to this amazing resort, just because for its culinary offerings. So make sure your customers, they don't be wandering around. Make them, book them at the right place where everything will be happening, right? Then the steakhouse with food, with wood fire grill, the Boer Leña wood fire restaurant. It's set to become a reference in the island of Aruba. The dining scene on Eagle Beach will change for good, because we are bringing the big guns, guys, with this one. So this is another anticipated opening with tempting, generous offerings and a premium wine list to match. So um, stay tuned for this one as well, because it's going to be humongous. Then the Bombini buffet, the Bombini Caribbean restaurant, is that Bombini means welcome, as you may gather. So it's in Aruba's Papiamento language. Remember, this island they speak English, and but they also have their own dialect, which is a papiamento. It's a combination of Spanish, English, Dutch. So it's very rich. It's very nice. So this restaurant will also be bringing unforgettable opportunities to enjoy the Caribbean cuisine, the Southern Caribbean cuisine from another level, with lots of flavor, lots of colors, and most importantly, um, you know, um, uh, all this uh, freshness that is part of the Iberostar honest food, premise. So this is one of the uh, main, restaurants in the resort, and we can wait to have it as well. Then, as I was saying, three swimming pools. You have there one quiet pool exclusive, with exclusivity for those Star Prestige customers. As you know, and I will just open brackets here. The Star Prestige is a service that customers can, you know, um, upgrade their stays with, but it's only available on destination. So in at the destination. So you are not able as agents to sell it from here, not anymore. But it's an added value that your customers can, add that there and upgrade their experience. Then there will be a family pool and a rooftop infinity pool. Now that I mentioned family, I am going to address one of the um, you know, top trendier questions about Aruba, about the JOIA Aruba by Iberostar. The resort is family friendly, not family oriented. Okay? In other words, this amazing property is catered for all kinds of clients, but not focusing necessarily on what you can find in our, um, in the rest of our portfolio, where you have facilities catered for families, as in the slides or the water park, the splash pads, family rooms, and kids start programs. So no, we don't happen to have any of that in this resort, because the resort, it's family friendly but not family oriented. Then at this same point, I would just mention the other big question we get most of the time: is the resort all inclusive? Nope, it's not all inclusive. It's European package based. However, there will be opportunities for to add the meal plans once in destination. Those meal plans could not be added from here, but there. And there will be meal plans available for not only individuals, but also for groups. Those for groups, we are kind of working um, um, uh, on the engineering side of things, behind the curtain, just to make it happen for you before they travel. So we can see if we can actually honor um, commissions on those meal plans. So that's a question that I um, put out there this morning before this webinar. So I'm waiting to hear from my team down there as to whether will be a possibility or not. In any case, the meal plans will be available at the destination. So your customers could uh, um, enhance their vacation by adding these meal plans there. Okay, so there's a possibility for that. Aruba is known for its very free-spirited vibe and opportunities to venture outside the resorts. So this is one of the reasons we kept the hotel EP only. So EP basis, right? And with the opportunity to acquire, purchase, add add on those meal plans. And we will be having people from outside the resort. So that's another reason as to why the resort remains as a family-friendly environment because we will be allowing kids into the resort. So, and families traveling with kids into the resort for the facilities, as you know, the restaurants, even the bars. So imagine a day pass. So those are more than welcome to come even with kids. But again, with no specific kids facilities in place. I hope that cleared out some upcoming questions. In any case, I am more than welcome to receive any doubts that you may still have. Then, look at this. This is one of the other main pools that we have. That's the one on the ground. Um, and I see people laughing, loving, surprising. I love that. I love all those kind of reactions. It tells me that you haven't gone to sleep, right? You haven't gone to sleep. I love it. Then, convention center. Yes, this is another key structure that we have, set in Aruba for our JOIA Aruba, because it's another very, growing segment. So there we have a convention center facility for up to 500 people in auditorium style. So those of you dealing with incentives, groups, or even social groups that might require a space for, special gatherings or celebrations, rest assured that we have the perfect indoor facility for this, as well as other outdoor corners of the hotel that will just, serve the purpose for these type of programs. Okay. Then I was mentioning Tierra del Sol a little while ago and earlier in our presentation, but then just for those who also cater, golf enthusiasts and serve these ever-growing, uh, business segment, we own our own 18-hole, championship golf course on the island, the only one. Put it this way, on the whole island of Aruba, there's no other actual golf course with these features and traits. We happen to own the only one. So we automatically will become the destination, the brand for golf enthusiasts in Aruba. So there you go, another key selling element for this anticipated property. So stunning vistas of the Caribbean Sea, spectacular 300-yard ocean view driving range for those who are a little, connoisseurs of the trades for a golf course as a key selling point. Of course, we're talking about like 10 to 20-minute drive from the resort, and it's designed by the renowned architect Robert Trent Jones Jr. Then that other key element about the resort, its surroundings, and what you can find when you travel down there. Remember, first and foremost, Aruba, it's out of the hurricane belt. So that means that being part of the ABC Islands, as as in Aruba, um, um, and that western side of the Caribbean, right? You have uninterrupted, uh, unobstructed vacation year round. This is one of the strengths of this island. And then, along with, of course, uh, um, these Curacao and the Aruba area, you have this protection, this natural protection from hurricanes over the hurricane season. But at the same time, you also have the DBDB trees, which are a trademark right here on the um, um, inferior corner, the right corner of the screen. These are a trademark of the island. You can find them everywhere. And these form you get from them is just because these are true warriors. They keep fighting the winds. So they take this amazingly gracious form from that, wind um, dance they have daily, showing, if you will, the island's resilience. So that's a nice point of consideration when it comes to the island. Also, the island's Eagle Beach has been voted as the best beach on for 2023 at the TripAdvisor Travelers Choice Best award. So ranking at the number one and along the 25th best beaches in the Caribbean and the world. So that's a great thing. That's a great thing. Then also, um, stunning sunsets. Sunsets in Aruba are just breathtaking. I would say they're only kind of connected in my regard to those happening on the western side of the continent, as in, for instance, and just to mention one of our properties uh, there on the western side of Mexico at Playa Mita, or for instance, the sunsets that you get uh, there up in Puerto Plata. But these ones are like to die for. Stunning sunsets, gray, white sand, white sandy turquoise water beaches, perfect for some bathing. Then, as I mentioned, the key highlight is being outside the hurricane belt, the cultural richness. We are talking about the Aruba. It's a blend of Dutch, Spain, Dutch, Spanish, and English, French cultures, and there's a lot of not only uh, that is not only represented on the gastronomy that you can find once you venture out of the resorts, but also in the music, in the arts, everything, all things cultural are showcased here with this vibrancy, synonymous with Aruba and their diverse ecosystem as well. Warm hospitality, and one of the safest islands on the Caribbean. So those are key facts that will just set the tone for this opening, for these upcoming customers that you will send our way. Then screenshot this one, bookmark it, take a photo, because this is a cheat sheet, guys. So again, 3 swimming pools, one of them being a quiet pool, 2 themed restaurants open to the public, the Pompini, the amazing steakhouse that we're having, and also the Choco Buffet restaurant with that amazing color palette from the Choco All. 5 bars across the property, including the lobby bar, a wet bar, a gastropub, and a rooftop, and a raw bar at the lobby. The Signature Star Cafe, the resort will have 240 suites, including butler suites, swim up, and jacuzzis in the terrace, the bridal suite, um, the gardens and solariums, the Congress Hall for up to 500 people, accommodations, wedding area, the fully equipped gym, a casino, the beach bar, then the anticipated uh, championship 18-hole uh, golf course facility that will be also opening in mid-January. So with that said, I just want to remind you of our resources for you agents. iberostaragents.com/ca is the only place that you should go. 24/7 Bible for all things Iberostar, from resort maps, resort contacts, destination brochures, virtual tours, 360 tours, promotions, newsworthy articles, sustainability initiatives by Iberostar. All things Iberostar are just one click away. Also, our Facebook page, which is now one of the channels that we are using for this live presentation, which is Star Agents Canada. Make sure to sign up, friend us there, and you'll be up to date with all the you know, latest news Iberostar has to offer. And most importantly, you get to interact and connect with fellow agents. And then last but not least, remember we have our booking platform Iberostar Pro, which through through which you can sell directly Iberostar products around the world, including our amazing Grand Amazon Expedition Riverboat Cruise on the Amazon, sailing year round. Also, even Aruba, the JOIA Aruba by Iberostar, if happens to be one of those customers that doesn't need a package through the major uh, Canadian carriers, you have also the opportunity to sell it through Pro. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the hearts. And thank you for being here today. Now, just a piece of information to wrap this up. Remember our team, Mariela, our amazing business development director for Canada. Um, then Natalie up there in Quebec, Ottawa region, and Atlantic Canada. My friend Jason Gignac, business development manager for the Western Canada area and the prairies, and myself, Angel Pacheco, covering Ontario. It's been great having you all today. Susan, going back to you.
All right. Well, how comprehensive was that? Amazing. I'd
Thank you.
like to know if you guys can put in the chat how many of you guys, please put in the chat if you guys are a star agent and put in the
Mm.
chat on Zoom. I've already got a poll going over here on Facebook, and a lot of you have already answered the poll, quite a few of you actually. So, yes, 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 it's blowing up. So, while we're doing that quickly, I just want to say Stephanie on Facebook says she loves your energy, Angel. And Stephanie and
Thank you,
sorry,
Stephanie.
Catherine and Isabel. And there was also someone here on Zoom. They want to know how they can actually come and visit the property. So just for, a visit to do an inspection type thing. So who
Okay.
would they contact?
For that one, you can contact your BDM. If you're in Ontario, of course, you can contact me. We can send word to the resort. We are handling all site inspections uh, from December 1st and onwards. After 4 p.m., between 4 p.m. and 6 p.m., because during the mornings and the afternoon, we have the Aruba government and the Tourism Council just, um, um, uh, ironing things out. So we are uh, just saving that time frame for site inspections. But you can just send us an email and we'll just take care of that and we'll send it to our team in destination.
Okay, great. Angel, just while we're doing through the questions, do you mind putting all the contacts back up for you guys, for
Yep,
your
right
team?
there.
A lot of them are asking for the contacts. Um,
Awesome.
I'll just, Jessica's asking for yours. I'll just put it in there quick. Well, just so everyone knows, on Facebook, I put the contacts for Angel today, and I put how you can actually become a star agent and how you can find Iberostar's Beachfront Resorts on Spoiled Agent, which is
Nice.
you just go to spoiledagent.com, click on the hotel tab, and it's going to take you to the sales team. This is actually what we have up, all about, becoming a star agent and things like that. So please make sure.
That's great. That's great you mentioned that, Susan, because we just revamped the Star Agents platform. Um, as for those, um, new signers, Star Agents gives you 500 points upon signing up, and then that gives you the opportunity just to start collecting points towards your personal travel holiday. Also, you have the chance to, okay, if you don't have the necessary amount of points to travel to, for instance, the JOIA Aruba, you can just combine your points, the existing points you have, with the amazing rates you have available and only available through that platform because Iberostar no longer have um, travel agent rates out there only through this platform. So all bookings, go ahead, dig out and register those bookings for juicy points that you can earn with us. You have up to 6 months in the past. from the customer's checkout time to claim those bookings. So there you go.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. Okay,
Yep.
we'll just get to the questions here. So there was a lot about the all-inclusive. You covered that. That is great. They buy it at the hotel. It is in USD. I helped out some people with that as well. But how can
Mhm.
they actually get a hold of the price list for them to purchase the plans in destination?
Oh, okay. That it's going to be likely available in the first in the next few days. So we are still, um, getting things, in place because you know how an opening is. So it's going to be a lot of information, a lot of box to be checked. But those once they're available, you can actually reach out to me after December 18th, and I'll make sure, or any of our, colleagues across Canada, just to help you with that, with those meal plans and the pricing for sure.
That just took away 10 questions right there. Amazing. And Facebook, they're asking the same thing, so no worries.
Oh,
Okay.
it's anticipated. I'm telling you, it's it's
Um,
it's going to be nice.
And I just want to say, I've been to Aruba many years ago for work, and I went to other hotels as well for dinner that weren't all inclusive, and I know that's very typical there in Aruba. So that's a great concept. I see people like Jamie and a few others on Zoom are asking, can you,
Jamie.
Jamie, uh, can you make reservations at the restaurant in advance?
You could likely you could because we have the first come first serve system across the board. I would assume, if you will, I would assume that you, for Aruba, having this, kind of different approach on certain things, this will be an exception here, and most likely they will allow us to make reservations there because as we will be open to the public, just coming in and walking into our facilities, I believe there will be a certain arrangement for that. If not, we'll of course, inform that accordingly.
Okay.
Mhm.
And just a couple things from Jennifer. So, um, will it be a soft opening? Do you think it'll be fully operational? And just one more question from her. Do the hotel guests get priority of reservations for
As in reservations for.
the restaurant?
Oh, okay. Well, as I just said, it will be, I would assume that they will have a reservation, inclination at some point.
Yeah.
Uh, but I would say we just have to wait and see, because right now across the board, and for the sake of standardizing all things, we have the first come first serve dynamic in place. But we can just go back to that subject and explain further as days rolled out. Then for the other question, what was the other question?
So restaurant for priority and soft opening. Do you feel it'll be a
Oh, the
soft
soft
opening
opening.
or fully
The
functional?
opening is a full opening on December 18th with some exceptions, as the golf course.
Yeah.
One of the restaurants is not going to be fully operational that week, but further on before, I would say, the end of the year, which is the steakhouse. And the casino, for instance, we're still waiting on the licensing from the government. So there will be some areas that will not be opened as the ones I mentioned, but the hotel itself is not a self-opening, but a, you know, all the way through kind of one. Yeah.
Okay,
And
great.
then the golf course is going to be uh graciously opening by the mid-January. Yeah, by
Okay.
mid-January.
Jamie's asking, good question. Will there be poolside services?
Yes, there will be butlers, there will be, you know, all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pampering, it's Joya. And I will just take a few seconds on that. Joya comes after that you know, intangible, unattainable sense of luxury that you can see, and that joy you get out of, the beautiful things. So
Okay.
this level of luxury, personalization, butler service, pampering, that is going to be delivered exquisitely by this upcoming resort. So that means that involves this pampering uh, poolside beachside service where you have, we are now implementing the QR ordering from, these outlets in the resort. So Aruba will be no exception to this, flexibility and accommodations. Yeah, it's going to be superb.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
It sounds great. Everyone's like, I say the oohs and the ahs. Everyone's oohing and ahhing over this
Ooh,
property.
ooh, oh.
Okay, just a few more questions. Okay, so let's see here. Alika's asking, do the Oceanfront Suites, Butler, King, and Oceanfront Royal Suites have walkouts directly to the beach, soaking tubs in the bathrooms, and handheld shower attachments in the shower?
Oh my goodness, that's like a composed question. Too
That's
many
good.
questions in one. So let's just go back. So
Okay.
the first part was it?
So do the Oceanfront Suites,
Uh-huh.
Butler, King, and Oceanfront Royal Suites have
Yep.
walkouts directly to the beach?
Not necessarily, because first of all, remember, uh, for those who haven't been to other webinars, I hadn't mentioned this one, this particular element on this one. The property is a beachfront location, right? But there's a street right there in front of our property. So it's a very easygoing, light traffic street. So there will be, of course, accommodations there for people just crossing the street. But by that uh, very element, we won't have any rooms like landing on the ocean or landing on the sand. So that is a self-explanatory situation. And then something with the showers.
Yeah, so the same rooms, do they have soaking tubs and handheld attachments in the shower?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. They will have like the jacuzzis in the terrace and the hand holding showers for sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And Lucia's asking, is it windy there at the resort? Because I know Aruba is typically a windy.
It's a windy destination, but it's a good thing. I mean, it's that pleasing breeze that just take you away from that overwhelming heat that you can have on this destination throughout the year. Because remember, they only have a few rainy days a year, about like 20 days a year, something like that, last
Right.
time I checked.
Oh, yeah.
So it's a very sunny destination. So you can actually benefit, and if you haven't been to Aruba yourselves, you benefit from these, winds, because they just soothe the and calm the heating, temperatures they get.
It's amazing. I love the island.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The
So
island, the island is amazing.
I don't know. Someone's asking, anonymous person's asking, if the client purchases the meal plan and destination, do the agents make commission?
I believe I addressed that. However, Um, we've been having this question over and over. Um, so far, the information we have, and as I mentioned in the webinar, this is not yet uh, commissionable or targeted as such, but we'll see how things um, develop.
How it
But
goes.
which I do know is that there are conversations, like ongoing conversations, as to whether the meal plans for groups will be. So that will just give us a little window, a little room to kind of put the subject there for meal plans and commissions for agents buying individually. Yeah.
So stay tuned, guys. Things
Yep.
evolve every day with a new property and they change.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, Kareen's asking, how long are the points good for? I have several from a wedding group from April. I have registered them.
2 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, our according to some agents that have approached me, if not the best, we are the second best out there. Our program is the second best, or if not the best one out there, just because of those traits. As in 2 years, you know, um, expiration date. You can travel for up to 50 discount rates to amazing destinations across the world. You have larger than life transformative products as a Grand Amazon Expedition available. So imagine, it's amazing. So you have
Wow.
all these products with a very rewarding program as our Star Agents loyalty program.
Wow, that I agree. That's wow. That's wow. That's wow, guys.
Yeah,
And I like Jennifer's question. You and I kind of touched a little bit about the branding, the naming. Can you maybe explain a little bit about the rebranding, the name change of this beautiful brand that you guys have created?
by all means, by all means. So Iberostar, it's known for its approach to conveying a message and being consistent and cohesive with the ocean's perspective.
Oh,
So, having that in mind and having all the customers' aspiration in mind, we created a segmented three brand portfolio. These three new resort categories or resort levels, as you will, if you will, you have has given us the Iberostar Waves, the Iberostar Selection, and the Joyas. So the waves are those meant to cater those um, savvy families, value savvy, beach-oriented family and couples traveling to the resorts to the former entry-level Iberostars. Now packed with more activities, right? Beach-bounded activities. Then the selection has been, I would say, revised with more generous offerings, contemporary approaches, renovations as the ones happening in Jamaica right now, or the ones that happened in Mexico, and the soft renovations that happened in the Dominican Republic selection product, or then the Joya that comes as the third and top of the tops creme de la creme category comes as a uh, rethinking or revisitation of our formerly known as grand resorts. So now they were taken to another level where the specialization, the personalization of the butler experience and the key elements of luxury and connecting this luxury with the uh, surroundings in a very special way um, is the definition of the joyas. So before they were great, before they were grand, now they're joyous. So this is we amped it up a little bit more, and we can be more proud because from having a very successful product in the past, as with the grants, now the Joyas, they stand on their own as a uh, robust, new category.
wow.
Yeah,
Amazing, amazing, amazing. You did such a great job, Angel. They love
thank you.
you. The comments are going great here for sure on Facebook. I just checked in on Facebook, on Zoom. Like, absolutely amazing. So, look at
Thank
that.
you.
And we
Yay,
just
let
a
us
round of
hearts.
applause.
Love you. Love you guys. I mean, without you, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be able to, you know, do our job. I don't mind getting all your, what some others might think as a, oh my God, they're all over the place. They keep writing, they keep asking. No, no, without you, we couldn't be doing our job. We wouldn't be here. Our properties wouldn't be filled up with your customers. This industry would be nothing without the support of the hardworking travel agent community. So thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Thank you for being here today. And thank you for being spoiled agents.
Oh, you're the best. You're the
Yeah.
best. Thank you to you and your entire team. We love working with you guys and all the spoiled agents that joined us, whether it was over your coffee or your lunch, depending where you are, because we have you across Canada today. And Angel,
Mhm.
you, like I said from the beginning, you're an amazing ambassador for your brand. Keep
Thank you.
up the great work. And thank you to your entire team, Natalie, Mariella, Jason, the whole crew. And we'll see you all soon.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you, guys.
Bye,
Love you
guys.
and have a great day.
Bye, everyone.